The record of natural history is full of wars between the exotic species of this earth and our planet's most voracious omnivore, us, humans. In a tragic number of these cases, our dominion over other species has meant their doom. But in a remote corner of Africa, where the lives of both humans and animals are at stake, each may be able to save the other. Here's my co-anchor, Bill Weir.
Oh, this is nice, you guys. Nice, 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 nice.
It's a shot guys like Bob Poole live for. The kind of image that evokes the very name National Geographic. But few will ever fully appreciate the series of minor miracles this moment represents. First, we have to find Bob. Deep in Mozambique, by trusting a bush pilot who frankly looks like he should be behind the stick of a video game.
How old are you? I am 21.
You're 21?
Yes.
Okay. I trust you. We eventually dip into the 115-degree heat, and after making sure there are no baboons or warthogs on the runway, touchdown in Gorongosa National Park. Bob is there.
Good to meet you, Bob.
Good to meet you. Anxious to get us into the bush before sunset, and eager to tell of this place that has become one of the most audacious experiments in Africa.
Here's a nice scene. The babies are everywhere. I mean, look, everything has a baby now. It's nuts.
He has spent most of his life like this, one hand on the wheel or camera, eyes peeled for movement. But this place has really honed his game spotting skills because the wildlife here was almost wiped away entirely. 15 years of civil war made this the Lost Eden. While around 1 million people lost their lives, soldiers also shot almost every creature that moved, eat the meat or sell the ivory. Where there was once tens of thousands of buffalo, after the war they could find only 15, only 5 zebras, only 6 lions. And when Bob arrived, he could find only one species that truly thrived, crocodiles.
You see, it's just all crocodiles. And they were all laying on this beach. Somehow they sensed we were coming.
And these guys survived the war by staying underwater, essentially, right?
Exactly, and they key on movement, so when they see anything move, they just go into the water.
Meanwhile, it is the biggest creatures that carry the most visible toll. Of the 2,200 elephants that once roamed Gorongosa, only 300 remain, and most of them are emotional wrecks.
They've watched their entire families gunned down, killed.
And it's true, an elephant never forgets, right?
Exactly, elephants don't forget, and so there are some elephants. Elephants here are wary of people. They tend to be, they don't trust people.
For proof, we don't have to look any farther than the hood of Bob's Range Rover. It happened the day before we arrived.
She stood right here and just went, bam, she head-butted the car.
So in addition to trying to slowly win the hearts and minds of these surviving elephants, they also hatch a risky mission to introduce new ones from outside. You see, Kruger National Park in South Africa has the opposite problem. Too many elephants. So a team from Gorongosa goes there with choppers and tranquilizer darts. They bring down a half-dozen middle-aged bulls, being sure to keep their flaccid trunks open so they don't suffocate while asleep, and then pack them up for an unprecedented 800-mile journey to a new home. It's all part of a grand plan hatched by American philanthropist Greg Carr, who made a fortune inventing voicemail. He's pledged $40 million over 20 years to save this lost Eden and create a thriving ecotourism economy for the impoverished locals.
If those people don't have enough to eat, of course they're going to come in the park and hunt animals. Who wouldn't? And so we need to help them with their agriculture, with their economic development, otherwise, so we can try to replace the animals, but we'll lose them again.
But elephant relocation is extremely tricky. Because of that long memory, the South African elephants keep wandering off. After scaring a few villages, one had to be tranquilized yet again, and this time did not survive.
I mean, the park has a lot of problems, that have to be constantly. The poaching is really big. It's encroachment on the outside. It's getting people to believe in the place and all this. but it's succeeding. It's really winning, and it's not that often in Africa, especially, that you have real conservation that's succeeding like that.
And you can actually see the fruit of your labor, right?
It's just so exciting. It's hard. I mean, Africa's huge, and there's a lot of country. You know, where elephants roam, typically there isn't a lot of people. Yeah. So it's like, it's a very difficult battle. I don't know what's going to happen. It's not pretty, but I will say here in Gorongosa, at least temporarily, it's looking pretty like a great place to be an elephant.
Africa's Lost Eden airs tomorrow on Nat Geo Wild.